Hey Jordan, I'm Cassidy with the Panthers. Welcome to Carolina.
How's it going? I appreciate it.
So, the other day when talking to Dane Jackson, he kind of mentioned that the two of you have followed each other over the years and didn't get to meet in person until last week. What do you kind of know about him, and how do you kind of see that relationship just playing out on the field?
Yeah, I know a little bit about him. I'm excited to get around him a whole lot more. What I do know is he's from Pittsburgh, and everybody that he kind of talks about from Pittsburgh, I kind of know of. And all of them are like really, really talented players and really good at football, smart players too. So I'm honestly just excited to work with him and also just, bond his relationship off the field too.
Hey Jordan, Mike Kay from the Charlotte Observer. Congrats on the contract.
Thank you.
You obviously got to know Evero from a position coach standpoint. When you were working with him early on in your career, what stood out to you about his approach to coaching, and why do you think he's had so much success the last couple of years as a coordinator?
Yeah, first of all, he's really, really smart. He cares a lot about his craft and what he does, but he also cares about people. He showed that to me. Whatever stuff I needed extra or anything like that, he was ready, willing, and able to give me everything, that I needed. And it translated to on the field, but also just our relationship off the field and our relationship in general has been really, really positive just because of the person he is and how he approaches his craft. I feel like we're pretty similar in that way. So yeah, it's easy with us.
Obviously, you grew into a captain role, a leadership role. The team signed a lot of guys off their rookie contracts, so younger veterans. Um, what's your approach to leadership, and what's your approach to kind of communication in the secondary?
Yeah, my approach to leadership is honestly just being myself and whatever situation I feel like asks of me, then that's what I do. But I just do it in my own way. So I don't know what at a certain point in time, people were telling me that I was a leader and I didn't really know. I was just being me. So, that's basically what I know and that's how I approach everything and that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. And what was your second question? I forget.
I guess from a communication
Mm.
standpoint, obviously you're entering a secondary where there's a lot of moving parts. What's your process with communication? I guess in on the field and pre-game.
Yeah, communication is huge, and I feel like it starts in the meeting room. So getting everybody on the same page in the meeting room and ironing out the small details, making sure everything is as black and white as possible, trying to eliminate gray. And then the same process goes out onto the field. So starting with OTAs, just making sure everybody's on the same page as far as play calls and stuff like that. But then once you get into the season, um, before you get to the games, it's ironing all of those small intricacies and stuff like that. I'm always an over communicator, so yeah, I try to do my best in that way and try to have everybody around me on the same page so they could go fast and go ball and just yeah, just ball out. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Cassidy Hill, followed by David Doom.
Jordan, coming into that first rookie training camp, I mean, as a sixth round pick to go from that to starter by the time that the season kind of came around, what was that transition like? And what was it all injuries or was it also just rips? Kind of take me through that training camp and what that process was like that first rookie year.
Yeah, well, I would say it started from, once I was drafted, we started doing like Zoom meetings and OTAs and it was COVID. So um I tried my best to get the playbook down as fast as I could and as thorough. So that's where like Coach E comes in to this process, and he helped me a whole bunch even after OTAs and in between times. Like I would call him if I had any questions or if I wanted to meet and go over like certain things. So I felt like I could just go out in the field and play. And yeah, I worked out pretty hard, like trying to go into that training camp, and I felt like I was in good shape. I knew the playbook pretty well, and then was able to make some plays in camp just by, being myself. And and trying to be my best self. So that's really what happened. Yeah, I don't have too much explanation besides that, but yeah, that's really how it went.
David Newton with ESPN.com. So you talked very glowingly of Evero. So how much was he the reason you're here?
Um, I would say he's a big reason as far as just like the relationship, and he knows me and he knows my process. I do feel like I'm a different player now, so hopefully when he sees me, he sees, the growth and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely that comfort factor. And I know Cooley, I know Troy Hill and Ashawn signed, and I'm pretty close to Ashawn, so um yeah, it just felt good, like comfort wise, and like I know people over here.
How are you different than you were when he was coaching you?
I'll say just like you grow. I mean, I got into the league at 22, and now I'm 26, and you go through a whole lot of ups. You enjoy like a whole lot of success, and sometimes you hit certain roadblocks, and you have to push through those types of things, and you work on your relationship with yourself, and you kind of just understand yourself better and how to get better, and that's the main things. And I feel like the more you play football, the better you get at it. So I've seen a whole lot more and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm better in every single area.
Can you tell me a little about the piece of art you got over your with the astronaut and the balloons? Or
Oh yeah, that's something somebody sent to me. I thought it looked pretty cool. There's no specific connection to it. I just thought it looked pretty cool. This is where I come and kind of just disconnect and kind of vibe out in this room. So I have like certain decorations and stuff.
appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, let's go to Joe Person, followed by Mike K.
Jordan, Joe Person with The Athletic. Welcome, man.
How's it going, Joe? Appreciate
I'm
it.
doing great. Thank you. We have heard Evero talk about how the safeties in his system are kind of interchangeable. Wondering, like,
Mhm.
kind of what, kind of how you would characterize that role of each of the safeties and whether you know much about Xavier Woods.
Yeah. I'm not super familiar with Xavier. I really look forward to meeting him and working with him. And yeah. But as far as the safeties in this defense, it's pretty much right. I feel like we are interchangeable, and you get asked to do a bunch of different jobs. That's why I do enjoy like playing in this defense. You're asked to play in the deep part of the field. You're asked to guard man to man. You're asked to be in certain run fits and all that kind of stuff. So um, no game is the same. No game plan is the same exactly. Um, it's fun. It's fresh, and yeah, that's why I like it.
Also, we just had Robert Hunt on the Zoom, and he said he wanted to splurge. The one thing he wanted to splurge after his contract was on a Tesla Cybertruck. And
Mm.
one, I'd be curious about whether you're a Cybertruck guy, and two, what do you want to splurge on?
Oh yeah, me personally, I don't know if a Cybertruck like fits my exact personality. I think it definitely does fit certain people and stuff like that. And I think that's a great thing to splurge on and stuff like that. Honestly, for me, um, one thing I like doing is like, I guess in this room, like you see the artwork and stuff like that. So in my next place, I want to make whatever my man cave is just like super dope. So like that's my thing.
Dope with like art or dope with like technology or what?
Art, lights, computer, multiple screens, and um, video games in there. Just whatever you want, just to disconnect, chill, take an exhale, and the environment just feels completely different than anything else. That's what I want it to be. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna splurge on, I think.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Jordan, notice like I guess is that a sounding board behind you? The like
Yeah.
do you do any music stuff, or is that mostly gaming, or what is it?
Yeah, I actually started like doing some music stuff a little bit. I enjoy it. It's a part of my family. So my mom sings, she sang, she has her solo career, but also she sang background with basically you name it, she sang with them. So grew up going to concerts like Luther Vandross, he was Uncle Luther to us, and she sang with Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, like so it's like I was in her stomach when she was on tour with Luther. So I just feel like it's in me, you know? So it's fun. It's a fun way. Like I use a different part of my brain, you know, when I'm doing
Are,
music. And I feel like it's a good balance.
are you singing? Are you creating like beats? Or are you doing instrumental stuff?
I'm growing in it, but I kind of just been like rapping, singing, just like enjoying that. But it's been growing. So I do want to learn how to make beats one day. But of course it's about keeping the main thing at the same time. So whatever pace that goes at, it kind of goes at, but I'm focused on football, you know?
With that said,
So
why was a 1 year deal right for you? And also, can you tell us about Ashawn? We haven't been able to talk to him yet.
yeah, a 1 year deal, it felt right. I feel like the safety market was um kind of interesting this year. Um it's kind of one of those things you sign a 1 year deal and kind of bet on yourself in a way. So that's kind of where I'm at with things. But Ashawn, first of all, he's one of the, how can I say? Um he's one of the most interesting people I know. I would say he's interested in a whole lot of different things. Just me knowing him personally, just like internationally, he's interested in a whole bunch of different things. Just like his interests are really cool. Um, really, really good heart. He looks out for his people. He's looked out for me. That's for sure. And you know, he happens to be really, really, really good at football too. Um, one of the best players I've ever played with. So yeah, I'm excited. Like me and him, we laugh all day. We have deep conversations, and we play some good football together. So yeah, I'm excited to get linked back with Ashawn. Mhm.
Any more questions for Jordan? All right, thanks, Jordan.